garage behind me. It's a mess. I need to clean it. I'm doing a series of tasks where I'm doing 30 tasks or challenges in 30 days and making 30 videos. And I'm a dad. I'm a farmer. I'm a bus driver. I'm my daughter's chauffeur to take her to preschool. I'm a lot of things. I'm a busy guy. I got to get this whole garage cleaned today. So that's my task. I'm going to be busy. I'm going to be sinning. I'm going to look like I'm mentally insane. And maybe so. Maybe justifiably so. But I'm going to be sinning. I'm going to be trying to motivate myself and keep energy. So follow along as I clean. I will be in and out of the frame because my garage is big and this thing doesn't really get the whole garage. Maybe, how's that? That's pretty good. That's like a portion of the garage. How about that right there? All right, guys. I am going to be cleaning. That's my life and that's what I do. Yeah. Ooh. Holy cow. Cause I'm a dad, and that's what I do. I clean a lot of things, and I get yelled at by everyone. Cause I ruin their life by being a dad. Cause I ruined their life. Now they're mad. I could never please everyone. Cause I'm a man, but I try my best. I try my best. Because I'm a man and I don't make the rules. And my wife wants me to clean the garage. But that's okay. Real manhood doesn't matter anyway. Cleaning the garage is kind of fun. When you sing songs about nothing. Sing songs about nothing at all. That's the way it goes. All right. If you guys stick around, we'll practice axe throwing later, and we'll see if we can hit a target. Let's do it. Should I take the little protective thing off? Okay. Be careful with axes. All right. This is for chopping wood. I don't know if I can actually chop wood. So we'll save that. Okay. Chopping wood. All right. This is for changing my rear differential fluid. So I'm going to put this on my car shelf. I have a special shelf dedicated to car stuff. Holy cow. So much fun. Oh, I need you while you love you so. Come back here, baby. I need you inside, I want you to know. Come back here, baby. Need you while you love you so. Come back here, baby. Need while you love you so. I say, come back here, baby. I need you while you love you so. Yeah. I need you while you love yourself. I said, come come back here, baby. Okay, you know what? I think it's time for some radio. I'm getting bored. What do we got on the radio? Copyright infringement, probably. I said, come back here, baby. Leave you in time. I said, come back here, baby. Come on, let's get some public radio. Public radio.
She then turned to an ongoing investigation into the use of underwriting by both organizations.
The FCC recently opened an investigation into the underwriting announcements and related policies of NPR and PBS. Does NPR air commercials for for-profit entities, Ms. Moore? Yes or no?
Madam Chair, we are in close compliance and with the FCC's inquiry and will continue to cooperate.
I remind you you're under oath, and violations of the Communications Act comes with a fine up to $10,000 and possibly up to a year in prison. Does PBS air for-profit commercials, Ms. Berger?
We air underwriting announcements, and we believe we are in full compliance with the FCC, and we look forward to delivering the material required in this part of this investigation.
We look forward to that too. I'm assuming you're concerned, both of you are concerned about this, and that's why you brought so many attorneys with you today.
A reminder, we cover NPR as we do any other organization. You'll hear more throughout the day here on NPR. Now back to the human cost of cuts to U.S. foreign aid. We're here with Apurva Mandavili. She's a reporter covering global health and infectious diseases for the New York Times. It's been 2 months since President Trump and Elon Musk slashed the USAID workforce and pushed pause on congressionally approved funding for critical foreign aid programs. Nicholas Enrich is the acting assistant administrator for global health at USAID. Earlier this month, he published a series of memos projecting some of the dire global health outcomes associated with the pause in funding. He's since been put on administrative leave. Apurva, what were some of those outcomes he warned about?
He warned about as many as 18 million cases of malaria per year, as many as 66,000 additional deaths. He said there might be as many as 200,000 kids paralyzed with polio each year, and mind you, that's paralyzed with polio, which means the actual number of polio cases would be even larger than that. Hundreds of millions of polio infections. He warned about kids dying of severe malnutrition, of millions of cases of bird flu, an increase in drug resistance in things like TB, which we are particularly concerned about, and also of all kinds of infectious diseases like Ebola and Marburg and emerging diseases that we wouldn't have an eye on.
And Ebola and Marburg are both hemorrhagic diseases. In these memos, what did Enrich say about the threat to U.S. public health? Because we're talking about global public health, but the U.S. is part of the global community.
Yeah, I mean, he made the point which, every expert I talk to makes, and which we know now from having lived through COVID. There is no such thing as an infectious disease outbreak just somewhere else. There is no such thing as a pathogen that only creates problems somewhere else. If you have a lot more malaria elsewhere, if you have a lot more drug polio elsewhere or bird flu, those will come to U.S. shores. And so he was really trying to say that these programs are for the benefit of American public health too, not just for those countries over there.
Now, in late January, Secretary of State Marco Rubio backtracked on the funding freeze and issued a waiver for life-saving foreign aid programs. How does the administration define life-saving aid programs?
I wish I could give you a simple explanation. I think it's really unclear, actually, how they define that. Because, for example, in that initial waiver, Secretary Rubio didn't name PEPFAR, which is one of the biggest public health successes ever, more than 25 million lives. And so people were very confused about what that meant. Eventually, it was clarified that, yes, PEPFAR could provide HIV treatment, but they did not provide for HIV prevention. I mean, you might argue if you're not preventing HIV infections, you're not saving lives. Same thing with things like food aid and malnutrition supplements for kids. Those things have all been extremely confusing for the organizations that actually implement these programs on the ground. they were not given a lot of clarity on which of the projects that they had money for were considered life-saving. And that's been a big part of the confusion that's gone back and forth. When the Secretary Rubio issued the waiver, they seemed to think that everything should just restart right away that was considered life-saving. But, these are very carefully worded legal contracts that these organizations have. And so they need individual letters saying, okay, this particular project that you have X amount of money for, we consider this life-saving, and so you can get started with that. And that process, the lack of that clarity, that was created delays of weeks. And so there was a lot of confusion surrounding that. And even now, it's not entirely clear.
Good?
I mean, for example, when you cut funding for Gavi,
Should I keep this out or throw it away?
that I was talking
It's just been
about,
sitting in the garage.
Gavi itself estimates that might result
Which
in
one's
more than
better?
1 million
That one?
kids dying
Or that
as
one?
a result of that cut.
Should I keep the
from
buffalo?
preventable diseases, and so you could say that is a life-saving
Okay.
program that's been cut. So I'm not sure that there is a very clear line for how they're defining what's life-saving.
UNAIDS is in charge of the global response to HIV/AIDS, and they received $50 million in funding from the U.S. last year.
I'm getting sick and tired of cleaning.
About how the Trump administration's funding
Why does this doors like speeding? I wish I could make songs about fish that would be better than this. Yeah. If I could go fishing right now, that would be better. But I have to clean the garage for my wife. She will be happy inside. And I'll make her smile on my own wife. She's my wife and I married her. That's the meaning of life.
We are only allowing things that make America more prosperous, things along those lines, but there isn't a lot of conversation on the real world impact of what's happening with these cuts. And the UNAIDS director did speak up, but a lot of other organizations are not really pushing back because everyone is worried about their own funding, so there's not a lot of criticism or calling for accountability, asking them to speak to the impact.
The U.S. is one funder, the largest funder of these foreign aid programs. How are other countries responding? And
Should I keep this or throw it away?
The U.S. withdrawal.
Do
I'd
not
like to tell
pet
you
the
that
fluffy
they're all stepping
dogs.
up, but unfortunately that's not the case. There are a few
Keeper?
examples here and there. So, for example, Saudi Arabia said it would fund some polio
No comments, okay.
programs. And
I'll keep it. I'm gonna put it over here.
$500 million towards that. So that
All
was
right.
a welcome surprise to the polio people. But on the whole, most countries are actually following suit. The
Do
UK
not pet the
also
fluffy
has
dogs. You
dropped
understand
their
this?
development funding down, not as abruptly as the U.S., but that they would also move in that direction. And other countries that you would hope to see really step up, like Germany or Japan, or maybe step up in the past, we haven't really seen any big commitments saying, we'll step in and fill the gap. And to be honest with you, I think the general sense in the global health
Where
is
should I
not
put
really
this?
because the U.S. was such
Where should
a
I
big
put this?
funder. It would,
Guys, where should I put this? In my garage. It's a 3D rendering of the White Mountains of New Hampshire.
I don't know that would still
Should I keep it or throw it away?
Not seeing,
Or put it on my wall?
stepping up.
Is it cool?
Let's say under
What do you guys think?
at some point in the future.
Guys, it's like 3D. I don't know if you can tell, but there's like actual mountains.
Or let's say for some reason in 2 years.
It's really hard to see though. Look at that.
There's
There's like little tiny
What's
mountains.
the likelihood that the damage to global health initiatives, some of the projections
Where do I put
we're
this?
hearing for deaths
I need to hang it
could
up.
be reversed?
I don't think they could be reversed. I think the best we can hope for is that they would be mitigated, and from that point on, that the new administration would try to minimize the damage. Because, some things happen fairly quickly. I mean, somebody goes off of HIV meds, they pretty quickly progress to severe illness, what we used to call AIDS and see everywhere, that doesn't take a hugely long time in someone who's already under a lot of other threats immunologically, who maybe is poor nutritional status, has other health conditions, which is the case in a lot of these countries. So you're talking about people who die from HIV, kids for sure. If you don't have testing and prevention of HIV infections, some kids will get infected. And even though in theory, for the moment, we are allowing medications to be distributed, if you don't have the community workers to give those medications out, if you don't have the programs that the community organizations that were delivering some of that care, some people will not get those medications, and kids progress very quickly to dying. And so, it's a very carefully patched together network of organizations that keep global health alive, public health alive all over the world. And when you knock out individual pieces, everything sort of falls apart, and it's a lot harder to put it back together.
We're talking to Apoorva Mandavili. She's a reporter covering global health and infectious diseases for the New York Times. I'm Jen White. You're listening to 1A. The acting assistant administrator for global health at USAID, Nicholas Edwarch's memos outlined a host of potential health impacts like uncontrolled outbreaks of mpox and bird flu, including as many as a possible 105 million cases in the U.S. alone. When you look at this within the context of what's happening in public health in the U.S., what are you watching most closely about our public health infrastructure and potential threats around the globe?
It looks beautiful. Something very similar unfolding this week, right here in the United States, because the Trump administration, the Department of Health and Human Services, just pulled funding from U.S. states public health departments. So we're hearing about funding that can go back from state initially, but then over time was extended to other programs. And so, our state health departments are extremely underfunded, chronically underfunded.
I don't know how to feel about this sign. Should I get rid of it? I feel like I should get rid of it. I don't really like it. I feel like it's disparaging. It doesn't give me a good feeling.
They were trying to update some of that.
I don't really get the humor here.
They've been told now that all of that work has to stop. And so they have to give back whatever money they've received.
I feel like I should just throw it away or donate it.
That was still unspent.
I don't know. I'll set it over here for now.
And we've already heard that this might
Okay, perfect.
outbreak in Texas.
We're getting clean!
Certainly, bird flu work that happens requires really careful surveillance. Just like abroad, even in the U.S., you don't have a specific person that's just doing bird flu work or just doing measles work. You have epidemiologists who work on a lot of
Donate!
And when you pull out epidemiologists, surveillance for lots of things.
I got something for the donate. This is for people who don't watch their children. I was not one of those people. We did not use these. I think we got these for our wedding or for a baby shower. Like, anybody who uses these, bad parents. Just kidding. I just said the most controversial thing I've ever said in my life. I'm so sorry. I take it back, and I'll eat it. I'm so sorry. No, good parents use these. But, really good parents. Okay, never mind. Just use them. You know what? I'm gonna go install these right away. Sorry, guys.
In terms of what we've seen,
I will donate them. I think I'm done having kids. I don't know. I like the practice of it. I don't know. I think these are donate pile.
More clarity would be required to really build that argument at the moment.
Okay.
It's so unclear what decisions have led
What
to
else do I have?
certain grants being cut and certain grants being kept. The staff have been really laid off in a big way, and so there are very few people now who actually know how these projects work and what kind of assistance is required on the ground. Some of the way that the funding and the staffing has been kept, I've heard from USAID employees, for example, who are still there, that the way it feels is that they're in maintenance mode, that essentially they're there until things can be really cut, and that it doesn't look like something that is really trying to keep things alive over the long term.
Now, a memo from the Trump administration is circulating that this describes how the administration would overhaul the distribution of tens of billions of dollars of foreign aid. Political reports that the proposed revamped agency would be called the U.S. Agency for International Humanitarian Assistance. They would focus on issues that advance U.S. interests like global health, food security, disaster response, and be closely aligned with the State Department. What more do we know about this possible reimagined version of foreign aid programs?
We actually know very little. We think it's legitimate, but we don't know the timing. We think it might be quite old, and there are some things in it that gave me pause, some things that look like they might be unrealistic in terms of how much power, whatever this new reimagined USA would have versus state. It was hard to see the sort of hierarchy, that some of the reimagined hierarchy that was laid out. So it's really hard to know if this is the plan. I mean, we're talking about an administration that has changed things literally day by day. You know, even the document that we talked about at the beginning of the segment about the very long document detailing determinations, that has changed every day during these last few weeks. And so it's hard to think that a document that maybe circulated a few weeks ago is still valid.
I feel like I need to make a special shed just for aquatic stuff. Because I have like life jackets and all sorts of things. I feel like I need to build a shed to hold like fishing poles and life jackets and kayak paddles. That would be like very smart. I don't have time to do that this second, but I'm thinking about it.
I'm Ken White. Thanks for listening, and we'll talk again tomorrow.
Definitely thinking about it. Holy cow. What do I do with this? I'm just gonna set it out here for now. Hey, let me kitty at the pond.
Support for NPR comes from the station and from the estate of Joan B. Clark, whose bequest serves as an enduring investment in the future of public radio and seeks to help NPR produce programming that meets the highest standards of public service in journalism and cultural expression. And from the Walton Family Foundation, working to create access to opportunity for people and communities by tackling tough social and environmental problems. More information is at waltonfamilyfoundation.org. This is NPR.
According to Hollywood, the average midlife crisis looks like a man driving a red Corvette. But the reality is more complicated. While midlife can be a challenging period, it can also be a time to clarify what matters most. What we get wrong about being middle-aged and the so-called midlife crisis. Next time on 1A.
That's my show! The midlife crisis! Come on! Why do I gotta wait till next time? That's that's for me!
Just before 11 o'clock and you're
I
listening
want
to
a
the
Corvette.
News, and the
Come
Laura
on.
Miller Show is next. On Point starts today at 1, followed by The World.
Can we
At 3, it's All Things Considered from NPR and Wisconsin Public Radio.
work on how buzzy that
Be
is?
fully awake to your day with Wisconsin Today.
Hi, I'm Rob Ferret.
I'm Kate Archer-Kent.
Wisconsin Today is a great chance to bring people around the state together and realize we kind of all share the same neighborhood, even though we don't see each other.
And also attending to the news of the day in our state through that lens and understanding the world around us. That's really what I love about Wisconsin Today. Wisconsin Today, weekday mornings at 9 on WPR News. 90.3 WHLA, La Crosse. This is WPR News.
Rural Wisconsin faces unique challenges, everything from a changing climate to access to health care and loss of jobs and economic opportunities. It affects many small communities. Larry Neeler here. We'll talk with our guests today about projects to improve the quality of life for rural residents. With us, Paul Mitchell, Associate Director of the Wisconsin Rural Partnership Institute at UW. Patrick Robinson, Project Leader for the Institute. At noon, we'll talk about springtime prescribed burning with Michelle Wateka from the Wisconsin DNR and Jim Ellison from the Wisconsin Prescribed Fire Council. And at 12:30, we talk with Paige Peters about new wastewater treatment technology. That's at 12:30. But first, you live in a rural Wisconsin community, what problems do you face? Give us a call. The number is 1-800-642-1234.
Live from NPR News in Washington, I'm Lakshmi Singh. The Atlantic has published the group chat in which U.S. Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth provided specific details of imminent U.S. airstrikes in Yemen earlier this month. As NPR's Greg Myrie explains, the magazine is reporting on why it decided to share more detailed information 2 days after its editor-in-chief Jeffrey Goldberg reported he was accidentally included in the Signal group chat with senior-level Trump administration officials.
The Atlantic magazine said that initially it decided not to publish the details of the U.S. airstrikes in Yemen because they thought that would be irresponsible. But then President Trump and members of his administration said that there was no classified information in this Signal chat. So then the Atlantic has now decided to go ahead and publish the full text with this timeline provided by Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth, and then carry on with updates saying when planes and drones were taking off to carry out attacks, and then the initial assessment of those attacks.
NPR's Greg Myrie reporting the CEO of NPR, Catherine Marr, who is testifying on Capitol Hill in a separate matter, chairs the board of the Signal Foundation, the nonprofit that supports the messaging app. Remote federal workers ordered to report back to the office say they're encountering a slew of on-site hurdles. Sarah Shannon Bond reports some employees say the mandate feels like a way to pressure them to quit.
Millions of employees across federal agencies are being ordered back into the office full-time to comply with President Trump's executive order terminating all remote work. Federal workers say in many cases their offices just aren't equipped for the influx. There aren't enough desks and computer monitors. Internet connections and Wi-Fi service are slow or unavailable. They're running out of toilet paper and soap in the bathrooms. The workers NPR spoke with didn't want to use their names because they fear retaliation from the Trump administration for speaking out. They say the chaos and confusion are demoralizing. At the same time, agencies are also planning large-scale job cuts. Shannon Bond, NPR News.
Russia is demanding sanctions relief in exchange for its participation in a U.S.-brokered ceasefire deal in the Black Sea region. Ukraine's president says his country has agreed to stop using force in the Black Sea. Here's NPR's Paul King from Moscow.
In a statement, the Kremlin said the Black Sea ceasefire deal would only come into force once the U.S. lifted sanctions-related entanglements to Russian maritime trade. That includes the return of Russia's state agricultural bank, international payment systems, access for Russian sea vessels to foreign ports, and anything that Moscow says are problems ensuring Russian cargo. In effect, the Kremlin is demanding the U.S. resolve Russian complaints that doomed an earlier United Nations brokered deal which tried to get Russia and Ukrainian fertilizer out to world markets in the first year of the war. President Trump says his administration is studying the Russian proposals. Charles Maines, NPR News, Moscow.
This is NPR.
This is Wisconsin Public Radio News. I'm Mallory Chang. Wisconsin lawmakers will weigh whether to allow hunting of sandhill cranes under a bill introduced this month. The proposal would also provide aid for corn growers experiencing damage from the birds. Surveys show there's now about...
All right, that is just static, man. All right, woo, we are making progress. I'm finally, it looks like a mess still. It still is a mess, but we're making progress, and progress is good. Next, I need to move over to the stairs so we can actually go upstairs. Gonna be harder, but not impossible. So let's snap our fingers and shake our head. All right. Oh, I don't want to do this, but I need to. I gotta find the strength. Why do I need to do this? Why is this chair bent? Did my wife or somebody run it over, or did I? This is literally broken. What the heck? Now I just have a wobbly chair. Just serving no purpose now. I'm gonna have to hit it with a sledgehammer. What the heck? What the heck? Come on. Ugh. All right, let's fix it. How am I gonna do this? That doesn't work. I think I just broke it more. How did this bend? Come on, baby! What am I doing? Ah. Is it getting there? Downward force. It is much less wobbly. Come on, baby! Oh, I broke it. Well, that was fun. But it's less wobbly. Come on. Now I need to buy a welder. Okay, I think it's usable now. It's broken, but it's usable. Look at that. Let's see. Oh yeah. Oh, this is nice. Oh boy. It doesn't wobble. I think it's a garage chair now. What a waste of money. Okay. What a waste of money. I can't believe. I'm tired. It's 11 o'clock. I still have 2 hours and 30 minutes. All right. All right, let's do it. All right, let's get that stair clean. Let's go. I believe I can fly. I believe I can touch the sky. I think about it every night and day. Spread my wings and fly away. I believe I can soar. See me running through an open door. 'Cause I'm really cool like that. Yeah, 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 yeah. I believe I can fly. Was this the one I already folded? And you're running through an open door. I believe I can touch the sky. Oh, I believe. See me running through that open door. Okay, that's Christmas. Ellie teaching. That's that. Was this Christmas? Christmas. It's Christmas time in the city. Rain here and there. Soon it will be Christmas Day. City sidewalks, bloody blah blocks, filled with holiday smiles. And on every street corner you'll hear silver bells, silver bells. It's Christmas time in the city. Ring-a-ling, here a ring. Soon it will be Christmas Day. City sidewalks, lots of sidewalks. I don't know why there's so many sidewalks, but with everything that you hear, silver bells, silver bells. It's Christmas time in the city. Ring-a-ling, hear a ring. It's Christmas time again. It's Christmas time again. Soon it will be a Christmas Day. Yeah. Lots of sidewalks, a couple sidewalks, filled with sidewalks. Yeah, yeah, yeah. And on every street corner, you'll hear silver bells, silver bells. And other kinds of bells as well. We don't discriminate. We love all kinds of bells. 'Cause soon it will be Christmas Day. Soon it will be Christmas Day. City sidewalk, lots of sidewalks filled with things that are sidewalky, and with every street corner you'll hear it's a sidewalk, it's a sidewalk. People used to sing about sidewalks all the time, because that is where things happen daily. People walking, people talking, people giving smiles to strangers. Okay. Yeah. Oh, there we go. Progress has been made. Monica, I made it. I'm the king of the world. Echo, echo, echo. Echo, echo, echo. I'm the king of the world. Echo, echo, echo. Woo. Feeling good about that. I made it. I made it to the top. Yeah. From the bottom to the top. I made it from the bottom of the stairs to the top of the stairs. Now I'm really aware how everything can change in a minute. Cause I made it to the top, I made it to win it. Yo. Okay. All right, guys. Made it to the top. So that's good. All right. Yo. Yeah. Yo, it's undeniable. I made it to the top. Excuse me. Bottom to top, you don't stop. You put the can in your hand and you pop the top. Hey, yo, what's that in your hand? Is it the S or the P or the R-I-T-E? It's a lifesaver when you need thirst quench it. Excuse me. It's the kiss with the lemon twist. Joyful, I adore thee. I made it to the top of it. Now it's time to do something else. Yeah. Man, this thing looks ugly. They get you to spend thousands of dollars on Christmas stuff, and then it ends up turning like grody yellow and stuff. It's like, it's so ugly, but yet it brings so much holiday cheer. I kind of want to throw it away. It's because it was sitting in the sun for 2 years, though. Let's see if it works. Let's see if it works. Oh, it does. Joyful, we adore thee. Look at that. It works. I'm going blind. It's so bright. God of glory, Lord of light. All right. It's still good. We'll save it. There's always next year. Christmas. Christmas is the time that is so special. Everybody all over the earth wants to sing along. Happy little song. Joy, joy, happy joy, happy joy. Go. Come to Bethlehem and see in whose birthday angels song. Come adore our bended knee. Christ our Lord, the newborn King. Oh, 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 Gloria. Whose birth the angels song. Come adore our bended knee. Christ the Lord, newborn. Deo. Shepherds bow their jubilee. Christ the Lord, the newborn King. Oh, 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 Gloria in excelsis Deo. Yeah, 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 yeah. Ah, Gloria in excelsis Deo. Okay. Where should I put this mirror? Maybe right here. If I want to like look at myself in the mirror. Take a good look at yourself in the mirror, they say. Well, I should hang this up and then have a light above it. How can I do that? How can I do that? Oh! Let's go with that. Oh! Take a good look at yourself in the mirror. That's what they told me. My mama told me you better shop around. Shop, shop. Shop, shop around. When I was a little boy, I was just 6 feet tall. Holy mackerel. Wow, this is a lot of work. A lot of work, bro. Whew. I'm running out of time, ain't I? There is no way I'm gonna clean this garage. I still got time. Still got time. It's hard though. It is hard. Well, hard work and dedication pay off. Dig deep. Dig deep. You can do this. You can do this. I know you can do it. They say God only gives you what you can handle. He knew you could handle this. He knew you could handle this moment. So you're going to take this one shot or this one opportunity and seize it. And give it all you got. God only gives you what you can handle. Everything's gonna be alright. You just gotta keep up the good fight. Yeah, yeah. You just gotta believe that you can do it. You just got to move to it. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah. But you gotta hold on to what you got. It doesn't even matter if you make it or not. You got each other, and that's a lot of love. We'll give it a shot. Oh, we're halfway there. I've gone 15 million miles away. We are going places. What else can I say? Oh, oh, wow. We'll give it a shot. Oh, we're halfway there. I'm getting tired of singing, but I don't care. Take my hand, and we'll make it, I swear. Oh, living on a prayer. Yeah, wanna make it, I swear. Oh, living on a prayer. We've gone 10 million light years away. We're having a lot of fun doing it that way. Oh, whoa. Oh, yeah, yeah. 'Cause you gotta hold on to what you got. It doesn't even matter if we make it or not. We got each other, and that's a lot of love. Oh, 'cause you gotta hold on to what you got. Doesn't even matter if we make it or not. We got each other, and that's a lot of love. Whoa, whoa, we'll give it a shot. Oh, halfway there. Oh, living on a prayer. Take my hand, we'll make it, I swear. Oh, living on a prayer. Oh, yeah. That sticker was part of it. Where'd it go? Oh, we're halfway there. Oh, living on a prayer. Take my hand, and we'll take it elsewhere. Living on a prayer. We went a million miles away. Have a lot of fun. What else can I say? Oh, hold on. 'Cause you gotta do what you got. Take it all night. Got each other. There's a lot of love. Oh, oh, oh. 'Cause you gotta hold on to what you got. Take it all night. Got each other. That's a lot of love. We'll give it a shot. Oh. Oh. Living on a prayer. Take my hand, and we'll make it out there. Oh, oh. Living on a prayer. Yeah. Make it, I swear. Oh, living on a prayer. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Living on a prayer. Holy mackerel. We'll go 1,000 miles away, having lots of fun, doing everything. Oh, oh. Yeah, yeah. You gotta hold on to what you got. Doesn't even matter if we make it or not. Got each other. That's a lot of love. We'll give it a shot. Oh, halfway there. Oh, living on a prayer. Oh, womp womp, womp womp, womp womp. 'Cause you gotta hold on to what you got. It doesn't matter if you make it or not. We got each other. That's a lot of love. Yeah. We'll give it a shot. 'Cause We'll make it, I swear. Lift it on a prayer. Okay, what am I looking? Is that a gopher or a cat? Huh. Interesting. By golly gee whiz. Gee willikers. Couldn't quite tell. We're going 1,000 miles away. We're having a lot of fun. What more can I say about that? Oh. People are still watching, huh? Hey, Shaquille, how's it going? We're making progress here. That's a split. Having a lot of fun. Oh, that's where that was. Okay. Perfection. Having a lot of fun. Nothing I say about that. One, two, three, four, five, six. I mean, we got too many moments. So something's got to give. It's a nice helmet, but it's busted in. It's still nice. Is it an air pump? No. It does have a little shield. Oh, goodness. This guard. I'm still here, just grabbing stuff. Woo! Fun. All right. Let's see. Put those there. Basketball. A lot of balls. I'm gonna fall. Stay. Hockey, honey. This should go with the ice skates, actually. Ice skates check. That needs air. Oh! Oops. I found somebody's dentures. I'm not sure this is yeah, that's rough. This has been on the floor. I need to go wash it off if I'm gonna put it in. Hold on, I'll be right back. I'll give you some blue sky to look at here. This looks about right. I live a refined lifestyle, and I like to drink some organic soda pop. This stuff doesn't have a lot of sugar because I care about my teeth. I don't want to go to the dentist a whole lot, so for me, it's Nixie's organic soda pop. I mean, my wife says she really loves my smile. Okay, I don't know which one's better. I don't know. Either way, it's rough, but this is really rough. I mean, I'm probably going to get cancer from whatever plastic this is made out of. Make sure I get all those microplastics out. All right, guys, time to drink some sparkling water. Oh my gosh, that's good. Okay, I gotta listen to the radio. I'm getting bored. I'm getting lonely out here, guys. Let's get some public radio on because everybody knows that's a jam.
Those are all, a lot of these wells are over the EPA's limit of 10 parts per million, and so that's the safe drinking water. So what's the problem?
How do I? Come on.
And you can say it varies on time of year.
How do I get that to not be so scrambly? Uh-oh, I just spilled my pop. My soda. How about this?
Very well specific, and so you have to be careful about large organizations. But that's something that we actually need inline sensor to help us understand how to apply.
Another person was wondering about.
I need rabbit ears. I need rabbit ears for that thing. Cause you gotta hold on.
We have not heard anything, so therefore we're operating on the assumption that we're not going to. I've got other type of grants, and you just, if you haven't been told by anybody that you're supposed to pause your work, then don't pause your work. That's not decided to operate that way. Same with real partnerships. That's the thing.
So how's this area of the quality of life?
Oh, Christmas.
It's obvious, environmental issues are always part of the value of the community. With groundwater, obviously, but also just things like sidewalks. Things like, if you want to see the power line, what about windmills, what about solar farms, things like that. All these things affect the value of the community. And groundwater is just one of them. Same with the surface